Dr. Carson, of our veterans. And for another question about our veterans, we go back to Josh McKelvin from WMUR. Josh.
Thank you, Martha. None of you on stage tonight have ever worn a uniform as a member of the armed service. That's the reality of it. But as Commander-in-Chief, you'll also be charged with the care of 23 million active duty service members and veterans in this country. Some have suggested privatizing the VA as a way to enhance care and increase the quality of the care and access. Others say that veterans should carry ID cards that would allow them access to any hospital or health care provider. Governor Bush, what specifically would you do to ensure that those who have sacrificed for us are cared for?
I totally agree that we need to give veterans more choices. A veteran's card to be able to go to a private provider will enhance the quality of the service inside the Department of Veterans Affairs. We need career civil service reform. Only 3 people were fired after waiting lists were dropped where veterans didn't get care, and people died. It is outrageous. And Hillary Clinton says that that's acceptable because she is captive of the public service unions. Career civil service reform would allow the next president to fire people that are just showing sheer incompetence. At a town hall meeting today, someone told the story of their father, who looked like he was 85. He got a bill 8 years later from an operation he had. 8 years it took. They couldn't resolve the dispute. And then he was told that he died. Literally, the Veterans Administration sent a death certificate to this guy, and it took 9 months to clarify the guy. I met him, and he's voting for me, and he is likely to be alive. This is outrageous. It is completely outrageous. So giving veterans more choices, creating centers of excellence, focusing on the true problems that exist. Dr. Carson is completely right. We need to start focusing on this earlier, before they become veterans, so that there's a customized plan so people don't fall through the cracks. We can do this, but it's going to require someone who has proven leadership skills to make it happen.
Governor Kasich, do you have a favored approach?
Josh, I mean, clearly, when a veteran comes home, they should get health care anywhere they want to go. In our state, which is what we should do in the country, you know, if they drive a truck from Kabul to Kandahar in Afghanistan, we say you can drive a truck from Columbus to Cleveland and we don't have to go get a license. We're going to hand you one. And if you've got expertise in the military, we're going to give you college credit or community college credit for the things that you did for our country. And in addition to that, I'll tell you one of the biggest things I think has to be done, and I would do it as president. The Pentagon has got to work with the returning soldier, sailor, along with the family, and they're the most valuable employees in the country. I call them golden employees. Everybody wants to hire a veteran, but there is a disconnect between the job openings and the veteran when the veteran comes back. The veteran is a leader. The veteran is strong. The veteran is drug-free. There should be no unemployment among veterans, and if the Pentagon will work with the veteran services agencies all across this country, Josh, we can get people jobs, and we can get them jobs quickly, get them their health care, get them their college education. Let's lift them. They're the greatest people defending the United States of America, and we need to take care of them, and we will. We will.
Senator Rubio.
Yeah. Well, my brother's a veteran. We're very proud of him in our family. He served as a Green Beret in the 7th Special Forces from 1968 through 1971. And as part of his training, he jumped out of an airplane and he lost his 2 front teeth. And for years, he's had to go to get these dental claims. And every time he goes to get one of these dental claims filled, the VA asks him, well, how do we know you lost your teeth in the Army? And he says, well, it's the only time I ever jumped out of a plane. But he's had to fight through this process, and I've watched it firsthand. That's why I'm proud that I worked in a bipartisan way. We passed a VA accountability bill that for the first time allows us to fire, allows the VA secretary to fire someone who's not doing a good job, who's a senior executive. And the governor's right. They've only fired 3 people up to now. More people will be fired if I'm president. But the portability part of it is incredibly important. Veterans should be able to take their VA benefits to any hospital or any doctor they want to go to. When I am president of the United States, veterans will be able to take their benefits to any hospital or any doctor that they choose.
Senator Rubio, thanks very much. You've got to move forward.